Hi everyone, I'm Tristan, and today is a great day to improve our Toeic score. So, I'm going to help you. How am I going to help you? Well, we are going to look at two difficult questions, and I will give you the skills to get them right and similar questions like this right. So, let's get right into the first question. Here it is. First, read the whole sentence to get a basic idea. Okay, we've got the basic idea here. Now let's simplify. We can just say blank people then accepted the offer. We don't have to say the early retirement from the company. That's not important. Let's just simplify. Blank people then accepted the offer. Right away, we see the word then. T-H-A-N, there it is. Therefore, we know we are comparing two different things. That means we are going to use a word like ER, like bigger, taller, smaller. We might use more adjective, more adverb, more noun. We might use less adjective, less adverb. For example, when I have then, I could say she is taller than me, or the test was more difficult than I expected. Notice we have comparative forms, taller, more difficult. So then tells us we need a comparative. We see it, then expected. Therefore, we can immediately eliminate A and C. These are not used to compare one thing directly to another. We will not use then with A and C. An example? If I use most, it was the most amazing movie that I have ever seen. Notice I am not using then. Or he was the most talented student in class. No then. So if I say he was the most talented than the class, this is wrong. If I say he was more talented than other students in the class, this is correct. We do not use the most adjective then or most adjective noun. We are going to say more people than expected. That is a higher number of people than expected. We will not say most people than expected. The same is true with far little. Far little is not a comparative. We don't use it with then. We can use little to describe a non-countable noun, but we're not comparing it. Little means it equals not much. For example, I am tired because I got little sleep last night. I am tired because I didn't get much sleep. But it's wrong to say I got little sleep than you. Notice we don't use little with then. We could say I slept less than you or I got less sleep than you. So now we have two possible answers left, less and fewer. What is the rule? Well, less is with a non-countable noun in a comparative form. Non-countable nouns are nouns that you cannot count, such as sleep, information, feedback, advice, intelligence, respect. You do not put an S at the end of these. You do not count them. For example, my boss gave my coworker more feedback than me, so my boss gave me less feedback than my coworker. So we know that after less, we need a non-countable noun. Let's look at the Toeic question. Well, we have people. People is countable. One person, two people. When we compare in this form, we don't say less, we say fewer. Don't worry about it too much in daily life. This is more important for Toeic. So it's wrong to say the business has less departments in the past. This is because departments is countable and plural. So correct, the business has fewer departments than in the past. Or if I reverse this idea, She provided me fewer information than I had anticipated. This is wrong because information is non-countable. So she provided me less information than I had anticipated. Therefore, the answer is D. Once again, we don't use most and far little because we have than. We can say bigger than, more difficult than, less information than, fewer cars than, but not most. Also, we can't use less because people is countable. Less goes before a non-countable noun. So once again, the answer is D. Let's look at one more question. Once again, let's read the whole sentence and then simplify. The only thing that matters is recently pressure blank on the company. So it looks like grammar will be our main focus. First, eliminate D. Pressure is non-countable in this form. It is like information, it is like success, so it equals it. And when we use it, we say it has verbed, not it have verbed. It has verbed. This is subject-verb agreement. Therefore, we will use pressure has, not pressure have. If it said pressures, have would be okay, but we just have pressure. So that was easy. D is gone. Next, eliminate A. There are two possible reasons. First, usually when you use recently, you will use present perfect or present perfect continuous. For example, recently I lived in New York. More common, recently I have lived in New York, or recently I have been living in New York. So this is one reason, because as we can see, A is simple past. However, that's not the main reason. The main reason is that raise always needs an object. Raise, raised, raised is a transitive verb. It needs an object. For example, this is incorrect. The popularity of the movie raised. Better? The studio was able to raise the popularity of the movie. Notice, raise needs an object. Here, it is the popularity. If you don't have an object, you will use rise, rose, or risen. The popularity of the movie rose. So once again, raise, raised, raised needs an object. It's incorrect to say the temperature raised. You can say the temperature rose. As you can see, in this Toeic question, we do not have an object after the blank. It is just on the company. So we don't have an object, eliminate A. So now we have B and C. Well, eliminate B. Put also needs an object. Imagine someone says, yesterday I put. You would say, put what? It would be correct if they said pressure has been put on the company because this is passive and this would mean pressure would be the object. It would mean stockholders have put pressure on the company, pressure has been put on the company. But we don't have has been. So once again, this is an active sentence if we use has put and there's no object. Put needs an object. As a result, has mounted is the answer. In this form, mount means increased, grown, risen. It is not an extremely common word, but you'll often see it related to pressure. So you might hear pressure has mounted on police to solve the crime. So pressure has increased, grown, risen. So the answer is C. This was a quick lesson. I think we learned some key points there. So if you have any comments, please write them below. I love to hear them. Plus, like, subscribe, share, and have a wonderful day. Bye.